Hello and welcome. Hello, welcome back to Notch EV. What better way to do a recap about the Eastern Edge race than doing it here and starting it at Tom Malogny's garage? I see you over there.
I didn't know if you were still recording.
No, I was actually, I was just doing an intro. I want to break down the Eastern Edge race, mostly about this car, but just some insight to things that happened. And Tom has already put up his footage and his analysis of our race, and it's got all the data. It's very well documented. So if you want to know about things like the state of charge at every location and the kilowatts added and the average times, all that in detail stuff is on his channel, and you should definitely check that out. I'll put a link to the video in the description, but that's going to be the really good nerd data that you might want. Here, I'm going to talk a little bit more about some sort of more fluid event type things and the gravity itself and how it's changed since the race and some of the things that I noticed about the race and the outcome. So I'm obviously an owner of the car, but I don't want it to sound that I'm biased because I'm invested here in my own car, but I do love this car. And I was excited that we could get it in the race as a supercharger only, competing against the sort of unleashed Gravity. Being limited to superchargers means that we can only charge at 220 kilowatts max, but we have a nice flat curve. The other car could go and do much faster charging at 400 kilowatts. But most of the time, and this is the benefit of the Tesla Supercharger network, we were able to get very good locations and have very reliable charging. It's rare that you get to a Tesla Supercharger station and don't get your peak speeds or don't get a spot to charge at. At least that's the case in my experience on the East Coast. The other Gravity, as well as all the other cars who were charging anywhere they wanted, in their pursuit of the highest speed, they sometimes ended up at chargers that weren't as reliable, and you saw that in the race. And that caused a lot of delays for them, which with our constant, simple grind of just doing superchargers, gave us a good advantage, even though we were charging slow. You might have heard it said, but there's somewhere between a 6 to 8 minute bonus that the 400 kilowatt Gravity can get on charging speed. So if they had to drive 4 minutes off the highway and 4 minutes back on to charge at a 400 kilowatt charger, that's 8 minutes. And if we had a Tesla Supercharger right on the highway and we didn't need to spend those 8 minutes, then we would actually end up evened out with them. So that was a huge consideration for us and them for trying to win. You have seen other out of spec races. Just recently, the race to Vegas, the Model Y crushed the other cars, and the Teslas have been doing that pretty reliably for a while now. I think it's important to note that this car is one of the first cars that really gives you a good charging curve, better than a Tesla, on a Tesla Supercharger with a port in the correct place that's also NACS. So this gives you all the benefits of the supercharging network and the Tesla charging experience, which is kind of what made Tesla special. It gives you all that in this sort of luxury, much more dynamic, interesting car, in my opinion. I know it doesn't have FSD comment, but I think there's just more to a car than just can it drive itself. But I mean, FSD is awesome. I definitely agree. Despite the fact that you guys have heard and seen a lot of bugs with the Gravity, I think that it's important to note, even with those, Gravity still came in first and second place. It is a phenomenal car that's only going to get better. Okay, so the race itself, in my opinion, the races, they're won by dedication. You can't slack. It's very easy to be gung-ho in the beginning and then at the end really try to make up for your slack. But my team, we did not slack at all. we would be getting the car plugged in as quick as possible. And in my opinion, we're all going the same speed on the highway. So driving, there's no reason to be stressed out while you're driving. You can't outdrive somebody, except in very rare situations where maybe you are avoiding traffic. But everybody's going the same speed. And you can't do anything about your charging speed. Your car is your car. Obviously, derating and charging high into the pack, you can control that. But the charging curve is the curve. So driving and charging, that is going to be what it is. That's going to be, you're either the gravity or you're the buzz. And you're not going to win if you're in the buzz. But where you make up the difference, in my opinion, is in the parking lot and getting the car plugged in. That's where you can't slack. That's the only part where you can make up time comparatively to somebody else. So we were on that. And I got to give the X credit, because those Tesla boys, they looked like they were also really, really on top of that. So I think these races are kind of won in parking lots. You might have heard me say I took a nap. I really didn't. I sat in the back seat and just kind of meditated for a leg in the middle of the night. We basically didn't sleep. I got to give 5 Hour Energy credit, because I think that kept me going strong. Okay, when it comes to the charging part, being locked to superchargers really just made our trip almost boring. It was very easy. I mean, we had to really pick and choose our stations and look for the V4 stalls for making sure we didn't get any cable derating on our charge speed. But really, it was a rather simple, very similar to just doing a road trip kind of scenario. In the other Gravity, they really had to optimize and work really hard to find the right chargers that were 400 kilowatts and make sure they could come in low enough so that the charging curve would actually hit 400. But for us, it was really like charge until we derate and then get going and find the next charger that was as far as we could go. Rinse and repeat. And there was no reason to waste time overcharging so that we could try to get to a 400 kilowatt charger low, which I think is something that may have hurt other teams, where they were charging below optimal rates just so they could get to a faster charger. We didn't really have to worry about that. It was a very consistent experience. And unlike many of the other teams, we didn't have any charging issues. There was no broken chargers, there were no bad derates, and there was no thermal issues. Everything was perfect. I will just caveat that yes, there were two version 3 Tesla Superchargers that did get a little bit of cable overheat. So we quickly swapped. It cost us less than a minute, and we got back on another and got peak. So that was expected more so than an unexpected issue. So we, in the comments of the main video, I see people talking about charging issues, and I would like to say that we had none, and we had a very great experience. The charging issues that Kyle had in his Gravity, that was another thing. And in the video, at the time, it very much appears like the Gravity is having thermal issues. But upon further inspection and talking with Lucid, not me personally, but Kyle, the issue is now, it has been essentially pinpointed to it being just that car, which means that it's possible, if none of that happened, that the Gravity that Kyle was in could have came in 40 minutes earlier. But he had a broken sensor in his charge port that was glitching out and causing the car to say, it's too hot, we need to slow down to charging. So I'm kind of curious to see, I mean, we'll never know, but I would love to know if my car doesn't have that issue, how would my car have placed in that same scenario? It maybe would have been a whole 40, 45 minutes in earlier for all we know. But we will never know, and it's kind of pointless because other cars had little derates and issues, so who's to say what would have happened? If you change one thing, you have to change everything, blah, blah, blah. So we won't go down that rabbit hole too hard, but it's just good to know that it's not a model-wide gravity issue, that gravities are having a thermal problem. It was just a specific issue with Kyle's car. Okay, I quickly want to talk a little bit about Tesla Model X versus Gravity Supercharger. A lot of the people I notice in the comments are saying, why would you go over anything over Tesla now? Look at this, just proves that the Tesla is basically just as fast. And some people are trying to claim that it came in second because the two gravities don't count. You can make of that what you will. I think it came in third because it was not only beat by an unleashed gravity, it was beat by a handicapped gravity. And the importance of that is, yes, they were close. 20 some odd minutes over 2,100 miles is not a lot, I agree. And you can make that point, and I can agree with you that that is a solid point. But what you need to keep in mind is, like I said about the charging and the driving, we were driving this not any differently than I would drive it on a road trip. The Tesla guys were driving that car like their life depended on it. Nobody would drive a Tesla that way. Let me not say nobody. You guys may. The people that watch these videos probably would. But they worked so hard for that time versus what we did. Not saying we didn't work hard, but they really hustled, and I give them a lot of credit. They charged twice as many times as us. In between our two charge stops, they would have one in the middle and then hit the same one as us. That is, they were doing like 90 to 100 miles between charges versus us doing more like 200 miles. So they really had to work for it to get that time. And I just want to point that out because it's not as clear cut as just looking at the final time. There's sort of a cost in the human energy, I guess you could put it. But yeah, they worked really hard. And if that's your thing, obviously you can get a Tesla moving fast too, and more power to them and you. And I think Tesla still does a great job with what is now an older car. So I'm not knocking Tesla, but I just want people to know how much of a different experience it is to get even close to the time that we got while still using the same exact charging network. Now I just want to quickly go over some of the issues that you saw in our car. The main thing you saw was the key fob debacle. You saw everybody shaking it all around. You saw us not being able to get into drive. I just want to explain that a little bit. First of all, Lucid has fixed this problem. So if you are thinking about buying a Gravity and you were turned off by that, that is no longer an issue. That has been fixed. It was fixed by a software update that sort of reprogrammed the way the key is authenticated with the car. And some people said, why didn't you use a key card like Kyle was using? Well, at the time, since this is a new car, at the time, it had never even been into its first service appointment to get some of the fixes for my little issues. I actually had a broken center console where you would normally authenticate the key card. That didn't work for me. So my key card was essentially useless, which is why I never really cared where it was and why you saw me stressing out looking for it at one point, because I was thinking maybe it'll work, because I wasn't sure how broken my car was, because on occasion, 1% of the time, that key card might register. But now the key card works in my car. The center console is fixed. I can easily authenticate with the key card, but also they made it so if you unlock with the key card, you don't even need to authenticate. The whole process is much better now, and there's never a problem getting into gear like there was during this race. I'm just glad to say that's solved, but also watching the race, you know, it's so easy to say, oh, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? And at the time when you're worried about where people are and where you're going to go and are you charging fast enough, I should have changed the battery before the race. That would have been the smart thing to do. I thought I was being smart by bringing a battery, which I will give myself credit. I was being prepared by doing that because I knew without the fob we were screwed. So I had the battery, but why didn't I just buy two and put a new battery in the thing? that was dumb. And I should have done that. And if I did that, you guys would never even know about these problems. Okay. The Lucid navigation also was a little funny. I just want to bring that up quick. You saw maybe in the video where it tried to make us go off the highway for a mile, hit a bunch of stoplights, and then get back on the highway. We didn't do that, and there was really no reason to do that. I still don't know why the nav told us to do that. But in the beginning of the part 3 video, you'll see the Model X team talking about our car being off the highway. And what Alex mentioned was, he said, I think that they just went the wrong way to go back on the highway versus just going back the way they came. And that's essentially what happened. We rushed out of there, and Lucid Nav said take a right instead of take a left. And I don't think that actually cost as much time. It looked longer on the map when he was looking at the map. It was maybe a minute, but we could have saved a few seconds if we just went back the other way, I think, and got back on the highway. So definitely not detrimental problems if you were just driving normally, but in a race, the nav was a little funny. Some people have asked me about the eye tracking device on above the steering wheel getting hot, because Kyle mentioned how hot it got. And mine has always been, it's felt warm. But I noticed after watching the video, I didn't know this at the time, but Kyle had his covered with that rag. I think that was like a blanket, just making the whole thing way hotter than it normally would be. So yeah, it gets hot, but maybe the problem was exacerbated by covering it. And I think maybe Kyle didn't know how to shut off the nags. There's a thing to reduce nags in the software, so that might have been why he just covered that up. People asked for a gas car to be in the race. I think that, you know, Kyle did that with the i90 Surge, but in reality, I'm not sure it's that important, because you can just do the Google Maps time. There's going to be obviously certain things that, you know, are of the moment and of the weather that make things different. But I think a benchmark is a gas car would take 31 hours to do this. And the 2 Gravities finished at 33:20 and 33:41. So we're talking about like an hour and a half behind a gas car. And keep in mind that's gas car Google Maps time. A gas car is going to have to stop for gas, and they're going to have to stop for a bathroom. So over 2,100 miles, that hour and a half is actually going to be shrunk. So I honestly don't think there's a huge difference in the gas car time compared to the Gravity's time. And the only way that would be much better, I think, is if you were in the gas car peeing in a bottle and really trying to maximize never stopping. But just for context, charging costs, because a lot of people were curious, this car charging cost was $367.71. And that's with plug-in charge in the Lucid app, going to the credit card in the Lucid app from the Tesla Supercharger. And so that can't include, at this point in time, a discounted rate if you are a subscriber to the $12 a month Tesla discount plan. So the discounts that are offered from Tesla vary depending on chargers, but just according to ChatGPT, it's about a 25% reduction in cost overall. So that would mean with the charging, if you had the Tesla charging plan, you could have done this trip for $275.78. And that is, the 367 should be slightly above an equivalent gas car, and 275 should be slightly below or about on par with a gas car. So that's that. Thank you for watching this little debrief here. And I will roll the race footage now and let you guys see basically my full edit. I was helping Mike and Tom unload all their crap from my car, and it totally died. It can't open the doors, trunks open, trunks open. I might need Gravity here. I have a range exchange cable, but I might be able to find like a outlet right here. I don't know. I'm gonna look. There's the way to end a fucking 2,000 some odd mile. The car dies, trunk open, bricks, doors won't unlock. I climbed through there to open that to see if I could, and now I ran the extension cord into the hotel lobby just to give it like a second. Hopefully we can get it moving. Oh my goodness. It died right in front here of like the loading zone of the hotel. And I had to string out this cord just to get enough to make it move somewhere. I kind of forgot to record this bit earlier, but what you just saw was the BMS issue we had in both of the Gravities, where we both finished the race with 8 or 9% battery. And after at the race finish line, we sat around for a bit, like 15 minutes, chatted. And then when I got back in my car, it said 0% battery critically low. But we still, the three of us, me, Tom and Mike, got back in my car and we drove like 5 minutes down to where our hotel was. And then I parked the car in like the unloading area and everything was fine up until this point. I opened up everything. They had a whole bunch of baggage and we brought the bags inside, and then I came back to the car and the whole thing was dead. And that is where you see these videos that you just saw, where I ended up plugging it into the hotel. And that's the thing that you guys heard a lot about, but nobody actually covered too heavily. Essentially, the simple answer for what happened was after 2,100 miles of fast charging and then running the battery out and fast charging it, there's small increments of energy that are not calculated properly back and forth. And so after a long time, without letting the car rest and recalculate itself, it became off. And it became off by, I guess, around 8%. That is why it died at the end. That's sort of the simple answer. But it did finish the race. We didn't die before the race finished, or we didn't die at the finish line. So I know some people were wondering if we should be disqualified or something, but we actually didn't. And if I actually just drove and plugged right in instead of unloading everybody, we maybe wouldn't have even known this to have happened. Welcome back to Notch EV, guys. We are setting up right here in the Gravity. It's filthy from driving around in Maine. We're getting ready to get this journey underway.
Yes, we are.
I'm loading up in the back. I think you can see I got my mattress in here still, but we're loading up. We still got room. This thing's got tons of room. I think we're gonna be winning this race.
I have faith in the State of Charge crew.
Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna go, get our settings dialed in soon, but right now we're warming up the battery and just getting this thing prepped for the journey.
Heated blanket.
Nice. Yeah, that's good.
Thermal socks, thermal underwear.
Me and Mike are
can't
just
waste heat.
Plain blankets.
We can't waste heat.
Yeah.
So no heat allowed.
No heat.
Even though we're leaving from the Canadian border.
Yeah. What? Actually, the temperature today.
It's
see,
not
it's
that
30.
bad. Not that bad.
It's warmer than the past 2 days. So we're in for a good start. I got the decal on the side of the car right now. A little extra branding for the Out of Spec video, but everything's looking good to start. I still got a frunk full of Moxie that people didn't take. Oh, I got my iced coffee in here too. I'm gonna bring one of these into the car. I might be the only one using these, but we got them for safety. We got this crew staging in here. Everybody's getting prepped for the race. We got the oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
We got the rest of the guys out here getting ready. Here's my Gravity competition. Obviously they're gonna lose. They got a third row.
That's right. That kills us in the EPA
totally
cycle
screwing them.
due to a paperwork issue, not an actual efficiency issue.
Sorry, we wasted some of your money there.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I just wanted him to go to classes, and I was like, how come I'm getting these? No, let's not talk about it. Let's not talk. So you guys at High Point had at least 100.
Last looks of Maine here before we start heading out. But we have been staying the night at the Northern Door Inn. They've been really nice to accommodating us, letting us use their outlets here for last minute top-ups so that everybody can be at 100%. One of the big struggles with starting the race over here is that there is no DC fast charging up here. It gets really, really limited, and it gets really tough to get everybody topped up. So there's almost no options other than a police station right there with a level 2 that the circuit got popped on overnight, and then like a mile down the road that way is a medical center with some level 2. And right here, let me zoom in, you can see that's the road over Canada's right there. So I know, I'm pretty sure William and Sarah went over and hit Canada up quick today. So we are out here, we got all the cars getting fully filled, and we're getting ready to go. It's gonna be a long drive, but I'm super excited to be here. It's kind of like a little mini dream come true. So having fun, seeing what everybody's doing, and we're having a good time. Never really imagined Kyle would be introducing my car. This is kind of cool. All the cars lined up. Getting ready for a thumbnail here. This is the crew. Behind the scenes. We're good. We're starting.
Audio and use mics when possible if you have them.
And please film your setup of your cars and pulling out.
You know the order. IE Buzz,
Yeah.
IE9,
Got my hot coffee. The last joy of the day. Looks like the buzzes are starting to move. Got the drone. I love that. This is gonna be fun. All right, teammate Tom. We're gonna wreck these people.
Let's get going, sir.
We're in Team Supercharger Gravity. We need to do some setup.
Yeah, let's reset the trips because we're going to be recording everything on the trip.
Yes. Okay, so we got our trip information here. We've got trip A that's going to get reset, and there goes my lifetime.
Oh.
2.8. It's all good.
That's good. Sorry.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We need to do it for the race. So we're reset on our all our trips. Tom, the plan is for trip A, we're resetting that every charging stop.
we're gonna reset so we have the data from each individual leg, as well as trip B is going to be the overall trip data. So we're going to have kilowatt hours used, time for every charger, the time we've got start and ending time, kilowatt hours used, the charge location. We'll have data for the whole trip that we'll be able to summarize at the end.
Yeah, we're taking this very seriously. We're coming in for the win, I think. Camera rigs, everybody's cozy. Anything else to say?
We're heated. We're not going to be using any heat. We're all dressed super warm. We got thermal socks on. We got blankets. Even though it's super nice and warm here now, we really don't need to. Maybe as it gets towards evening, we're probably going to start to get a little bit colder. We don't want to waste any energy. We can't waste any energy. I know Kyle and other Team Gravity, they're not going to be using the heat either. So
they are using Starlink though.
Yeah, they're using Starlink. That's the heat is really what would consume a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even worried about air conditioning. If we get down to the end of Florida and it gets too hot in here, we could turn the AC on for a little while, cool things off. The heat is really what kills us.
Okay.
So we can't use any heat. But
how do you feel about heated seats every once in a while if we need it?
Oh, yeah. If we're cold, we can put the heated seats on every now and then.
So we'll keep climbing
only,
off.
Yeah, only if we feel like we need them. I'm going to try to not use anything. But if any of you guys...
We're getting a lot of sun heat right now.
Well, for now, because we're pointed. But wait till the sun's to our back.
Yeah.
So now we're good to go. I just want to get this thing on. It's like we had the delay this morning with some of the cars not being charged because the circuit breaker tripped, and man, it's 11 o'clock. Let's go.
Yeah, it's hard. I hope that was picking up. It's hard. It's hard getting cars charged way up here, but we are leaving at 99%, and you could see dynamic range is saying 274, and this is all based on driving I did to get here by myself, which was totally different type of driving we'll be doing. So we're going to see how that changes.
Yeah, we'll hopefully average a little bit better than that. But, I don't know, because we're going to be driving fast. We're going to be driving 10 over the speed limit. So the speed limit here is 75 in a lot of places. So 85 miles an hour, you're not going to get good efficiency.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is. And we've got a decent-sized battery. We've got really good charging. Even though we're limited to superchargers, it's still good charging. We've got a flat over 200 kilowatt curve the whole way. We're not going to charge after the vehicle starts slowing down at all. So I think we're going to be in good shape. And the cars seem like they're starting to pull out.
Yeah.
So I think we got to go.
I think we go. You want to hold that and
All right.
film us taking off? Into drive. Let's hope it works good. That would be the error of the day. We don't get into drive right when we need to. I'm going to be starting this trip trying to not hit the acceleration too hard to try to keep as much battery as possible, but I can't let them get away from me.
All right.
Okay, we're looking good. We're all in a line. I don't want to let anybody sneak in here. Gotta keep tight. I'm hoping my no regen right now. Almost forgot about that. Rear end Kyle would be a great start to this trip.
It's a cool little town up here on the Canadian border. Super cool. Little kind of like old world Americana. So it looks like the town, like kind of in some regards, stopped time. We're driving by these old houses that, were built 70, 80 years ago that really weren't even maintained too much. Well, you are now. We don't have any...
oh, yeah, they cut the light.
Yeah.
That's why they're going this way. They wanted to shave off time from the light.
Oh, oh, they're up for the race already.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we didn't get
now they're gonna.
Now we're in last place.
Now we're in last place. That's
well,
all right.
there you go. Strategy fail number 1. Never follow Kyle. He's out for himself. That was funny. I think we can make up this.
This 100 feet? Yeah, I think so. This thing is not. The race isn't going to be won by 100 feet.
Yeah.
So
that little blip that just happened is a good reason why I need to make sure I actually know where I'm going, because I was not thinking about where we're going.
yeah, we
just sort of took off.
Yeah,
we need to set the navigation.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna cut out now. We'll cut back in later on when we're kind of out on the highway, and we'll talk about where we're at.
Guys, we are 16.7 miles in. We have set our supercharging destination for Portland, right?
Yeah.
So right now, we haven't got on the main highway yet. We're still on these back roads, but right now we're looking at a negative 1% arrival. So that's what we're going to be battling for the next couple hours.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to make it. I think we're going to have to do a splash and dash at Augusta before that, because I think once we get out onto the highway and start ripping it at 10 over, it's not worth the possibility of having to slow down for the last 10 minutes or possibly running out.
Yeah.
And Augusta's right off the highway. We could hit it for like literally 3 or 4 minutes of charging and then just get out, and then we could, get into Portland at like 5%.
Yep.
I think that's what we're going to do, unless we get surprised. We're doing terrible efficiency right now. We've already burned 6 kilowatt hour for the first 17 miles. We're averaging 2.81 miles per kilowatt hour. I thought we'd be doing better on these slower back roads, and that seemingly we're going downhill a lot. So I thought we were going to be well over 3 miles per kilowatt hour, but the battery is cold. We had the snowflake.
Oh yeah, we weren't regenning some of those downhills
yet. Yeah, we had the snowflake
on the app.
So we're not a good start. I was hoping that. I was really wanted to see if we can make it to Portland, but I don't think we're going to make it. Everybody's in front of us. We're dead last right now.
Dead last, but it doesn't matter. It's like we're all just in a line, and you can see we're battling some fog on the windshield because we're not doing climbing.
Yeah, we got to defrost a little bit for a little while. So
we are 3.06 miles per kilowatt hour now. We're finally on the highway. 95 south. We got the Rivian Model X and the Ioniq 9 up there. I think that's it, right?
Other gravity.
Oh, the other Gravity right in front of that Rivian. And now we're just cruising, following the rules. And yeah, anything to add?
Well, we got the Dream Drive set at 86 miles an hour because the speed limit here is 75, and the Dream Drive runs a little bit fast, the speedometer, so we're at a true 85 miles an hour now. It took us 107 miles to get out onto the highway. I actually didn't realize it was that far to get out onto 95 now. Yeah. I mean, and you know, we'll see. You know, we were averaging 3.09 miles per kilowatt hour when we got on the highway. We've only been on the highway for a mile. We're down to 3.07. So, you know, this is going to be a tough one. You know, it's cold, it's windy. The efficiency's not going to be good. I think we're going to have to rethink our stops, what we originally thought, and you know, we might make a lot more quick stops and just putting a little energy into it rather than some of the longer stops in the beginning that I thought we might make. Yeah. So what do you think?
Well, right now, our long-range shot of trying to make it to Portland, Maine, and a V3.5 supercharger, we've currently got around a 10 or 11 mile buffer, but we don't know. We're going to have to see how things go as we're on the highway here and how much we eat into that.
What Lucid told him was that the first couple stops feel comfortable with the buffer, but all right, so we are 200 miles in. Our consumption rate now has dropped down to 2.71 because we're cruising along on 95. We've used 74 kilowatt hour out of what we think is about 118 usable, maybe 119, maybe. And we are 108 miles now from our destination, and we have 108 miles left on our dynamic range estimator. So it's going to be really tight, but I think we're going to go for the longer trip and try to charge at the V4 station.
Yeah, and we got Kyle right up in front of us, who we think is going to be going to the same exact spot. He's just drafting right there, and Rivian's right in back of us. Escalade is right there. They're about to be pulling away from us. We got 1.4 miles till we exit for our first supercharging stop. Looks like we're arriving with 1%. This was our best choice. We looks like we're making it to our main goal for our first stop. 0.3 miles. We're coming to our first supercharger stop. I gotta get over in the right lane right now. We are hustling, not messing around.
What are we at now, guys? 1%?
We're at 1% right now.
The chargers are right
You see the chargers?
Yep.
Okay. There's probably right on red here, right?
Yep. Let's do it.
Trip information.
Okay. We're going.
We accessed 112.3 kilowatt hours so far.
And you say they're over there on the right?
Turn right.
Yeah.
Hard right?
So hard right.
Hard right.
Hard right.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Pulling in hot, guys.
Okay. Watch the parking lot with traffic.
Yep. See, I'm making the people nervous. That's the best sign. All right, let's snag this guy over here on the end. I hope.
So if you're going to jump out?
I'm jumping out real fast as soon as I get this thing in and I don't curb it. And we are good. Park. And out. And we're in. All right. We're plugged in. Yeti down as always. Oh, okay. That's
Quick
how you
one.
do it, guys.
That was quick.
That's how we do it. That's how we win. Not GV, that's how we win.
We're charging.
Yep. I love how quick the handshake works
Whew.
here with the Teslas
All right.
and the Gravity. It seemed like it was about 8 seconds, and we were charging. So
Yeah.
good start.
That's
And,
quick.
Look, we're off to a good start. Everything seems like we're on track, guys. So far, so good.
Yep. I just got back from the bathroom. We're pulling our full proper 219 kilowatts. Gravity 1 team shows up. I don't know what happened. I got to go find out. They ducked out, and then they're gonna come in, get back here somehow. I don't know what happened, but here they are, and yeah, we just need to keep an eye on our rates. We're doing good.
Just like 18 kilowatt hours, but I don't know how to count that.
Yep, they are just stopping with us for 1 second and then they're getting on their way.
All right.
This is the first time I've ever seen 2 Gravities at a charging stop, but they're doing good, I guess. Okay, we're back. We're back in the Gravity.
What are we pulling now? We're still at like 218.
Yeah, we're at a good 219 still, and now we need to figure our next stop out.
Yeah, well, we do that when we're on the way. We got to figure really exactly where we unplug here, because the point is once we get to 200 kilowatt, we unplug.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to stay below 200 kilowatts. Not worth it. Right now we're still at like 219, which is what I would expect. We've got all of our Gravity charging charts here, which is going to help us know exactly how long we can pull it, how long we could charge to. You can see here, this point here, right around 22 or 23 minutes is when we should be unplugging, and at that point we should be at little over 60% state of charge. That's when we drop under 200 kilowatt. That's the plan for us for this entire drive.
All right, we'll scope out some chargers now and get back on camera.
14.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's take it until it's 200, until we're below 200
also
kilowatt.
that's put a charge stop in. Go to pencil. No charge, because that's yeah. Remove.
charge
Yeah.
stops.
Okay, we chose our destination. Yeah, -6 now. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we're going to Willington, Connecticut as our next stop. 325 Tesla Supercharger. We just need to. We need a few more minutes here.
Something here. I want to do. So we did 311.3 miles, and the total kilowatt hour was 112.3. I got that, and 2.77 was our consumption rate. So I got this all. I got everything logged down, and we're good to go. We're going to be unplugging pretty soon. We're already at 45%.
Yeah.
We've been charging. We pulled in at 3:56. What time is it now? 4:13. So 17 minutes. We went from 1% to 45%.
Okay.
So that's
pretty good.
You
You need something?
I was just going to throw these in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to get out, because if I get out, it's going to redo the seating position and mirrors and steering wheel. And
Maybe
everything
we
I just-
should have made profiles for you guys yesterday.
Probably, but
There's a lot of things we should have done
yesterday. But we didn't have time.
We didn't have time.
That's
the
true.
truth, Yeah.
The good news is right now.
Hand me those 3.
Yeah, I couldn't get my finger in there. The good news is right now we are actually like on track with everything. Are we derating a little bit lower than we'd want?
No, we're
We're okay?
50% now. We're still at 209.
I mean, we're
This is
kicking
normal.
ass.
Okay, yeah.
This is
So
normal.
charging curve looking good. Pull in, say a charge. I mean, literally everything we've done so far has been perfect.
We're right here now. We're starting to pull down. So we're good.
All right, yeah.
With the state of charge.
How much over do you want to go?
I want to go over until we're consistently under 200 kilowatts.
Okay.
He means like 5% on arrival.
I was just like for the percentages is what I was talking.
Oh.
But, okay. Now I get.
I don't care. It
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's fine if we pull in at 8 or 9%. That's fine. We'll take the power now when we can get it. It's not going to be much different.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that is an advantage to us having Supercharger. As long as we stay within that, under 63% state of charge, we're getting the same amount of power pretty
Gotcha.
much. It might be a little bit of a different with the V4 and the V3s, but let's see.
Yep.
We should clearly charge to at least 58%, maybe to 60%.
But we're stringing together two 3.5s. right now, which is good.
Yeah, but take advantage of them because the next couple might be V3s. So
Yeah.
And they're good locations too. They're like prime right off the highway type of. We're not going 6-7 miles off a highway to find a charger.
We're at 51%, still above 200 kilowatts.
Yeah. Yeah, that should be. I mean, every charging session could be different with temperature and everything, but we should remain above 200 kilowatts until, on my charging, till like 57%, 56%, something like that.
Tom, do you want to reset trip A?
Yeah. We're gonna reset trip A. Actually, the since last charge should automatically reset when we turn on, right?
Correct.
It should,
Yeah, but we'll be safe and do this one.
Okay, we're out, in, flap shut, get it in drive.
Oh, don't be doing this to me, Lucid.
Oh, shake the key.
You have got to be kidding me.
Okay, we're on the go. Off we go.
You know how unpremium that is?
All right, we're at our stoplight of our parking lot. We're going to get out there on the highway, and we're continuing down to Willington, Connecticut. Team Gravity 2 Supercharger-only, just coming off the highway. Just coming off the bridge. We're on 95. We're officially in our second state, Portsmouth, New Hampshire. Here we come. It looks like we just passed Kyle and the A team in Gravity 1. They're charging at the premium outlets, it looks like. So we've taken second place, and we'll see how long we can hold it. Escalade's in front of us, but everything's going well in this car. Welcome to Connecticut. We just entered our Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Connecticut now, right?
Yep.
And we are 10 minutes out from our second supercharger stop, which is Willington, Connecticut. Looks like an 8% arrival, which is actually good for what we're doing. And we're currently in second place behind the Escalade, but it seems as though they have more charge than us, so we'll see how this ends up going.
Seems like it's going to be really hard to overtake the Escalade unless they have a charging error.
Yeah, what he said is we'll see if we can get ahead of them at some point, but it might be really tough unless they run into charging problems.
Okay, this is not the way we came in on the way.
No, you can't, because you came from the other side.
Yep, you're right.
Right, it's a right and a right into the parking lot with a.
Oh, that's a soda.
Oh yeah, soda. Yeah. So when you come on the right, you loop into the right.
Okay.
Not this turn though, right?
Nope.
Yep.
The next one. Yep,
I'm.
This is exactly the charger that we timed in the Ioniq.
Yep.
And Sip's gonna
I'm recording also. We're coming in hot, guys. Of course.
Model 3, get out of the way.
What are you doing? We're in a race, guys. Get out here. Now, don't pick 3B or whatever.
Well,
See what you can see.
It's hard to see which one.
Okay,
is which.
these are 1C, 1D. What's over here on the left? Those are 2C. Grab 2C right there. Okay.
3B's not working. That's why we're like, we can't stop there.
I'm shifting positions. Getting over the things. Tell me when I'm looking at your screen.
We're in.
Okay,
Stop.
we're good.
Get out.
We're in. I'll look in a second. Yeah, hold on. So we're ramping up 33 kilowatts right now, 40 kilowatts. So we should be.
Let's make sure we get over 200 really quickly.
Yeah, we should ramp up to 225 or 220. Sorry. And then we'll know we're good.
Let's go. We should be pulling around 200.
your engineers told us this was the perfect come-ins.
109. We've been doing really good about making sure we get the 325 kilowatts. What am I saying? V4 stalls. 152. 164. Climbing slowly. Old Model S. Model 3, Model 3. 2 other Teslas there. 199, limited by station. 210, 210.
Yeah, I think we got another 100.
220. Okay, we're capped out. 221. All right, we're looking good. We got Tom making some recordings in here. Gravity team. Gravity 2 doing good. Mike's been driving. Now he's looks like he's dumping trash. Oh, we got trash cans here. And Tom is doing his due diligence, making sure we log all our info. Do you need to say anything to our camera about our info?
Oh, well, averaging 2.72 miles per kilowatt hour so far. We've used 176.7 kilowatt hour with 481.8 miles driven. So our consumption rate's not really as good as I was hoping, but it's what I mean, it's the cold temperatures. It's at 35 degrees. Cold. You know, I was hoping to get closer to 3 miles per kilowatt hour, but it looks like we're going to be, you know, and it's only going to drop as the night goes on now. So, you know, you know, until it warms up till the daylight tomorrow. So by the time we get to daylight, we might be at like 260, 2.6. Okay. You know, but it is what it is, and we just got to optimize these stops. Yeah. This is going to win or lose it. And, yeah. So far, 2 stops in, we're doing good.
We're doing good. Yeah. We're not far behind people. I'll be taking over driving now as we go into Connecticut, heading towards New York City. This is kind of my neighborhood, so I know the roads pretty well. And then Tom will be taking over as we get into New Jersey. So we're leveraging all of our good spots.
Absolutely.
Anything you need to say?
Yeah, I'll be doing the New Jersey Turnpike run. Sip's doing the next run, and then it's my turn to get us through Jersey. We're probably not going to stop at all in New Jersey. We're going to charge in right before, and then go through Jersey and stop right after. That's the plan, at least, but we'll see what happens.
This just looks crazy.
We're getting ready to exit here to charge in East Windsor, New Jersey. Coming in with a 7% stated charge.
It was 6 a second ago, but it just jumped back to 7.
Yeah. Maybe picked up some regen getting on that exit.
It's right on this road down here. So it's about a mile.
Nope, we messed up.
It's okay. It's okay.
And we gotta get out. Okay, in.
We're in. Let's see if we're charging.
Preparing to charge.
There we go. We're charging.
Okay, let's hope we ramp up well.
We'll see where we go. We should get to 220. 212.
Yeah, this is looking good. It always gives that charging limited for a second.
Yep.
Around the 200 mark.
Nice. There we go. 220.
Something that is really, I think, pretty awesome is that we're now in central New Jersey, and we got from the tip of Maine all the way down here, and we have been at V4 stalls the whole time. So that was one of our goals, was location and also V4 stall, because the V3 stalls could derate us. So all in, I think we're doing really awesome. Right now we're in the lead, but since we're charging, we're about to get past. I'm not sure exactly where Escalade is, but I know they were on our tail. So I can't tell where they are because the phone has the thing that shows where they are, but we are moving fast and we're giving it our all. And I hope somebody we know shows up here. We'll see what happens. Me and Tom are on the run to Dunkin'. No time to waste. Ooh, it smells really bad here. We gotta jump across this parking lot. But what time is it? It's 10 p.m. Oh, literally on the dot. We haven't had a single thing to eat yet. And now we're going through like a homeless shelter.
It's just a broken fence.
It's a broken fence. Watch me get a tetanus nail. All right, so we're going to this Dunkin'. Getting a little breakfast for dinner. So far, that's the only thing we can do. And maybe hit the bathroom.
Right on Abington Drive.
It looks
Then
like
turn right.
looks like Mike's making his run
Turn
for
right
it.
on Abington Drive. Then turn right.
Yep, he's making his run for his turn to the bathroom, I think. Over the fence, and I'm running back. I got my sandwich. All right, this has been a interesting journey. Running gets the blood flowing. Everything looking good?
The tire's good. I put the pump.
Yep, we're rocking 57%, 201 kilowatts. We got a random prologue coming in, it looks like. Not part of our team. If you stop and let me know. Okay, charge stopped. Cable in. Up. Lock it out. And we're good to go. Okay, I'm in. Shake that key.
This right here.
Shake that key, bro.
Shake the key. I don't have it.
It's in there still. Freaking key. Holding this up. We gotta just start shaking that ahead of time.
It's not good.
Oh shit, I just dropped on the wrong spot.
There you go. We're up.
Yeah.
Good.
No, it says key fob is low. So
The
it's
battery's low.
Okay.
Like, that's like,
Shit.
I got an extra battery. Don't worry.
All right, well,
And we're off with vengeance. Nice. We're getting ourselves back on the highway. Model X didn't quite get to pass us, and we are hustling our way back up. Tom means business, and the Rivian's right in front of us. We are back on the highway after our latest quick charging stop. This time we're only going 107 miles. It's short, but this rest stop right here that we're coming into right now,
just text
Rivian is in there charging.
I just put in the group chat. Wave to us, Rivian. We were passing.
Okay, that's the rest stop. Right? Can you see anything? My window back here is all foggy. Damn. Okay.
there's chargers there.
That's the Chargers.
I think that was them.
Then how did that? You haven't seen the Chargers.
Yeah, we're passing this rest stop. I'm gonna look out the window.
And you said they're on this side?
They're on
they're
the right over here.
they're on the right. I thought this one went across, but it doesn't.
Okay, can we see Kyle?
This one here, the Chargers.
Oh, they're moving. They're right there. They're coming up on us, like literally leaving as we are going. Coming into Delaware, easy pass, and you can't see, but Gravity Kyle team is right behind us. It's a really tight race right now. Oh no, he's just coming onto the highway. Okay. Cop coming on the highway. We are about to exit. This is right at the stroke of midnight now. We've been driving a while. Bel Air, Maryland is where we're at now. I think this is going to be our first supercharger that's not a V4 stall.
No, it's it.
Oh, this is a V4 stall?
I believe so.
Oh, okay. We're miscommunicating with each other, but we're going to see what's going on here very soon. Gravity passing us right now. Team Kyle right there as we exit to charge. Damn. They're pulling ahead. All right, we got to get to this charger fast. But they're definitely taking a little bit of a lead here. And we're out. Open and plugged in. Okay. Another good V4 stall. And whatever weird Maryland thing this is with a big chicken. Tom doing his due diligence, doing the recording of data. And I'm looking at the screen right here. It looks like we're ramping up in a completely normal way. Oh, thanks. This place even has some wipey things. Oh, auto wipers going hard on me.
Turn right, then turn right on Tobin Crossing.
Got some Royal Farms potato chips. Big chicken. Tom's unplugging right as Model X just rolls in here. But we gotta go. We gotta go.
We're done. We're done. See you later. Good luck,
Go,
guys.
Tom, get in.
Get in the
Let's
car.
go.
I'm in.
And we're out. That was fun. Actually got to see somebody we know.
Which isn't necessarily a good thing.
It's not good,
Now turn right.
but it's also
Turn
fun.
right onto Crestwell Road.
Coming into the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel. We've been doing good. We're gonna arrive at 20% to our next charger, it looks like. So a little high, but it's okay with our curve because it's a good location. So we're just cruising through the tunnel now.
All right, we're checking in. It's 1 o'clock a.m. Mike is doing the driving. Sip is the navigator, and he's also holding the phone right now. I'm taking my first back seat rest, and we just finished our 4th charging stop. So that means we first started off in Portland, Maine was our first stop. Then we went to Wilmington, Connecticut. God, I'm tired. Then East Windsor, New Jersey, and we just went to Bel Air, Maryland. So we're 800 miles in. We're in 3rd place right now. Kyle and the other Gravity are about 20 miles ahead of us. And then Dave, Connor, and the other crew are in the IQ, and they're maybe 10 or so miles ahead of us. Then everybody else is behind us. So we're super happy with where we are right now. You know, we've nailed every charging stop that we wanted to. We pretty much pulled in at the percentage we wanted to, left at the percentage we wanted to. No mistakes. We're doing as good as we can, considering we're limited to only taking in 210 to 220 kilowatts. It was very painful driving down the New Jersey Turnpike and passing those 400 kilowatt chargers at the rest stops there, 350, 400 kilowatts, and we're not allowed to use them. But we're holding our own here, and you know, as long as we continue to do what we're doing and charge to the right percentage and pick superchargers right off the highway and get right back out onto the highway, you know, even though we can only charge at 220, I think we're going to hang in there. And you know, we might not win this thing, but we're going to be up in the top. You know, the top maybe 3rd finishes, I think. So this is going to be fun. We'll keep going, and maybe one of those guys will make a mistake, and it'll be enough for us to get a little bit closer. But we'll check back in maybe after the next stop, which is going to be in Virginia, and we'll give you guys an update. See you then.
Lucid Gravity 2 passing Washington. Well, we saw the oh, there's the monument. I lost it. There it is. We're doing well. Going through DC. All's good. This is just a 1:42 a.m. check-in with Lucid Nav telling us to get off the highway and hit a whole bunch of stoplights just for fun to then get back on the highway. But Waze isn't showing that. We're not going to listen. We changed our destination. Actually, we were feeling like 20% was too cushy to land at a charger with. We found one with 3%. We think this is going to work out better. We're not going to listen to this right now. We're going to follow Waze and see what happens, and we'll hope for the best. It's a good thing we didn't listen to Lucid Nav, because there was nothing wrong with the highway. We're cruising. All right, we got off the highway.
Where's the charger at?
It's
on the left or right?
Hold on. Don't worry.
I just need left or right.
We still got so much time. It's okay. It's going to be on the right.
No, I know, but like with the light cycles, I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Trying to make it work.
All right, we're off the highway. This is probably one of our farthest. We got a red light. Farthest superchargers we've had to come to, but still not too bad. Right location. It was weird. What is this? A Sheets? Our first Sheets.
I charged it this one, I think, twice already.
Oh, yeah? All right.
And all these are in working order?
Yep. It's back there.
I'm just trying to close to the power cabinets when I can.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it matters, but it's a mind thing with me.
Yeah. And you got to get to like at least 20, I think, with this. I don't know if you're going to reach it. You got it? Nice. Okay, that was a good, quick plug-in.
Prepare to charge. 3%. So our first V3.
You could feel the warmth all of a sudden. It's like not winter anymore.
It's definitely warmer than when we got out of the last
Yeah.
one. All right, let me get some data going here, guys.
Oh yeah, my bad. We just moved, re-plugged in really quick. We were stuck at 147. We don't know if it's the was this particular stall, or I guess if it's site-wide right now. New car pulling in. Okay, we're up. We're higher than we were now. We were stuck at 147 before. We're climbing.
Okay.
All right, above 200.
We're good.
Nice call, Tom. Nice call. Okay, this is 223. That's the highest number I think I've ever seen. All right. So this charging stop in Ashland, it actually turned out to be okay. We were a little worried about the V3 stalls derating, but we're in there trying to figure out our next stop, and the Tesla Nav, what am I saying? The Lucid Nav is just being a little funny. It keeps on trying to add this charging stop into our next destination, and it's messing up our calculation. So they're counting it out manually in the car, but we're still doing good, 55%. We just lost 200 kilowatts, it looks like. So we might need to be going. Let me see what's up. We're out. We're in. And closed. And we're gone.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Wait, okay, settle. Let's give it a second. Now try. What are we doing here? Soft reboot or? Our choices are get out, walk around.
Here, I got the battery in my pocket.
John, plug us back in. While he's doing this, plug us back in.
All right, we're in drive. That was a freaking fiasco.
That's 5 minutes of our life.
So the very hectic clip you would have just saw, if it makes the edit, was our key fob battery dying, and Tom could not get the car to go into drive, and we had a rush sort of panic moment, and we ended up rebooting the car and then switching out a battery in the key fob, which I'm glad I had, but now we don't have another one. But that's what happened, and now we're back on the highway.
6 minutes.
Tom's saying it cost us 6 minutes. That sounds reasonable. We're still ahead of Escalade IQ right now, but a few yards behind the Model X, and Kyle's up ahead, holding spot number 1 down right now, still with the other Gravity. That's our update at 3 a.m. Okay.
Pull forward because you got to use this that charge stack.
Okay. We're in Kenley pull-through supercharger. That was a pretty brutal last stop with the key fob not working, having to panic, change the battery, and then just losing some time. And then we got here. Now we're in Kenley, and this is I guess this is a brand new supercharger. It's got nice awning, pull-through spots, some backup spots there, and some restaurant stuff over there that I didn't even get to check out. But we plugged into this stall and it just wouldn't charge. That was another panic moment for us. We backed up, and then now we're charging full speed and everything's fine. All in all, we have had 100% perfect everything until the last 2 stops, but we hope that's not a trend. So I just did a 5-hour energy. I woke up from a little nap, and I will be taking control. We've basically had a fully awake car this whole time, but everybody's doing good. Okay, watching this ramp up. We just plugged in at Buc-ee's real fast. Tom's filming. This is a V3, the Beaver, the Buck, whatever. Okay, hold on. 64. We're almost to the point where we can say this is a success. 200 always says this limited for a second, and then it goes away. Yep, all right, perfect. 220, guys, we're good. This is what a race looks like. 2 dudes running to a Buc-ee's bathroom. 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so that's four cars now.
Which
Okay.
one's broken?
None.
Coming off the highway here. We're plugging in, nice and fast. Get it, got it, good. Cable connected, preparing to charge. That's like 2 seconds. 2 seconds and we're on there. Okay, charging. Okay, good. That was a hard run. We pulled way farther than we expected by a stop, and it's going good though. And we're still pulling up. I think it was 3. It was 3. Okay, we're looking good. 223. That's a good number for this. And Tom doing his thing. Had a little derate, so we're moving over. And hopefully we pick our speed back up. Tom had that like plugged in before it was even in park. Okay, good, it charged. Well, we're actually dealing with heat for the first time. I've been here, we did a deeper charge pooler, about to unplug. You ready? Tell me when. Go. All right, in.
Just a cop pulling someone over, and every everybody just slams on their brakes.
This was so bad to pull over on the middle. It totally almost caused a huge pileup.
It still might.
It still might, yeah.
It's also the person, the very first person that's slamming, the people slamming on their brakes.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to avoid a tick. Like, first off, the cop's behind somebody.
We just pulled into this V4 stall. We just had a wicked bad traffic jam, and we tried to get off the highway and take a back route to get to it fast. It was not great, but we made it, and I still think Model X is stuck in traffic behind us, but we're doing what we can.
Which side is this?
Trying to get out of here before the guys in the X do. Shake that key around a little bit. Okay, cool.
Stop charging.
All right, we are at 1,676 miles. We are just about 400 miles from the finish line, and Team Supercharged Gravity is in second place. Only Kyle's team with the other Gravity that can charge at any charging station is ahead of us. Looks like they're about 30 miles ahead of us. And behind us, we've got the Tesla Model X, followed by the IQ, the Escalade IQ. We're tired. We've been in this car a long time. And then I'm not even sure. Is it the Ioniq 9?
It's the Rivian, then the Ioniq.
Rivian, yeah.
Haven't they been flipping?
Yeah, they've been flipping for a while. So, unfortunately, the Buzz is bringing up the rear. They're a couple states away from us right now. I feel bad. So, guys, what do you think? Are you happy with our results? You guys happy? Well, first I'll start with Mike. You happy that looks like we're going to finish in second? We haven't yet. There's still 400 miles to go, but we've been holding second for a while, and unless we mess up, we're gonna get it. What do you think?
I think what I'm the most happy about is I think we've had a great team. First off, we've just had a really good team. And everybody's brought their A game, and we've collaborated really well, and everybody's like contributed. It wasn't like, oh, just, like Tom's doing this or I'm doing that or Sip's doing this. It's just like, we've all worked together, and it's been a real fun experience in that way. The Gravity's such a great car. I mean, it's super comfortable. It drives amazing for the size. I mean, it handles like a really good sports SUV.
Yeah, it really does. I'm impressed. Spending a day and a half in it, and it's been fine.
And when we talked about this the night before, we thought between the Gravity with Kyle being able to use the 400 kilowatt chargers and the Ioniq 5, or the Escalade IQ with that big battery and high power charging, we kind of said we think we're playing for third.
We were hoping for third.
Yeah, and we've really done well and nailed everything.
Yeah.
That we could. Like we didn't let it down. Like, if anything, the only reason we are where we are is because we can charge to a certain number, and that's it.
But we maximized what we could do. We really did.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you really could have done much better. There were a couple small glitches that were out of our control. Some of the superchargers we had to unplug and plug back in. But other than that, I think we ran nearly a perfect run for what this car could do on superchargers. I mean, maybe we could have shaved a half an hour off this, 38-hour drive, whatever it's going to end up being. And other than that we're perfect.
And we never unplugged because we had a failure to charge or anything like that. It was just like the charger derated. Like the
one time I had to unplug because it wasn't charging.
Okay, that's right. I was in the bathroom.
Yeah.
So. But for the most part, the car's been really good. I mean, it's got some software glitches. We've talked about that amongst ourselves.
Lucid still has some work to do.
But the actual vehicle itself is incredible. It's just incredible.
All right, let's jump over to. I forgot what's your name again.
Sip.
That's an inside joke. It's an inside joke. Yeah. Sip from Notch EV. Great YouTube channel. Check that out. Notch EV. He documents life with Lucid Gravity. This is his Lucid Gravity, and he was kind enough to volunteer it for this Out of Spec torture run. So and that's why there's 2 Gravities. One was provided by Lucid that Kyle drove, and you know, we're in his. So what do you think? What are you happy with what we did?
Yeah.
What could we have done better, or anything? Or
so I think we dialed in everything really tight. We figured it all out really nice, and we really, I think we ran a tight ship, and we ran a tight ship from the beginning to what is almost the end, and have consistently been in like the first or second place, swapping back and forth, even though we still don't know how this is going to end. We gave it our all, and we didn't slack anywhere across the board. We also managed to get mostly V4 stall superchargers right on the highway, like all of New England. It's hard, and we managed to get them all, and that was really important for not derating and just getting us here like so strongly.
Yeah, and derating was a problem with the V3 superchargers. You know, we didn't really get many completely clean V3 supercharger charging sessions. So we really tried to get to the V4s, and Mike was the man that was really mostly plotting them out, and with help from all of us. But the reason why he was because he more often than not, he was the navigator sitting in this seat, so he was able to plot things out. But we all kind of had our own jobs and did a little bit of everything and helped each other out. But this has been a great trip. Thanks for donating the car. Thanks for doing the run. And make sure everybody who watches this Out of Spec video, you check out Notch EV and subscribe to his channel, because he has great Gravity content.
Also, state of charge.
Yeah, don't worry about state of charge.
And
that guy's a jerk.
And for me, Roll Tide.
Pulling into one of our last superchargers right now. And I'm going to plug us in very fast. Horrible filmmaking. I was concentrated on getting the job done. Preparing to charge. Wow, you can't see anything right now. This is a cool stall. 40 down here. This is definitely the most busy one we've seen. How's it looking? Okay, we're going. So yeah, this is Fort Pierce Supercharger. Still climbing. You can. I'm not trying to block you in.
Put that in your pocket and don't lose it.
No, yeah. Okay, nice. We maxed it. Perfect. We're here looking at probably our second to last stop. This is our last big stop, probably. Just a little dash after this, and hopefully we can pull in a second place win after that. This is you know, we're looking at maybe like a 20-minute charge here, and then the next one could just be like 5 minutes. So we'll see how it goes, but they're talking a little bit of detail, talking a little bit of strategy, and I think we've honed it in pretty good at this point. You stopped charging?
Yep.
All right, let's get out of here. Good start. I got it.
Just don't lose it.
I won't lose it.
It looks like I tell me go. Oh no, this way. Look there, turn left, and then come out where that car's coming out.
Here we are.
Top of it, like a bolt's blocking us.
That would be.
We're dropping into our final supercharger right now, and I'm gonna plug us in right quick.
Yep, keep coming back. You gotta get tight with these. Go ahead, spin it in.
And warm handle-ish, I think. We're plugged. This is our last plug. Here, you got your sheet?
I need my pen.
Okay. Oh, I didn't take your pen back.
Here. Hey.
Oh,
Keep it in there.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to talk right now. So.
that's okay. The Miami sun sets as we have our final charge before we head out to Key West. The other Gravity has pulled ahead of us, and we will no longer be able to take first place.
You need to keep track of the Model X.
Yes, I will. He is telling me I need to keep track of the Model X because we don't want to let them pull ahead of us, but I don't think it's possible. They're a little bit too far behind right now. So this is looking like it might cement us into second place as long as we don't derate horribly, but right now we're almost kicking up to 200 right now, so I think we're going to be perfectly fine. Let's make sure we get past this hump. This Chargers, though, is pretty full. We might not actually... I wonder if we're going to get past 200. We're slowly ticking up. We're kind of stuck at 200. Oh. All right. For now, we'll check back in later. We're back to 215. We're back to 215.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, a little scare there. We're back up to 220. For a second, we were at 147, and I think we thought we might actually not get enough to get in front of the Model X. But now maybe we're going to be okay. We got a team going to the bathroom, and we'll see how things go. This is the end of Route 1. The finale of the Eastern Edge Drive is right here. Hey, it's Marilyn Monroe. What do you know? And then a left. And then this is the end, right after this turn.
All right, we're pulling up. This is the finish line.
Where is the...
I think it's that sign there. See the sign?
Oh, there's the Gravity.
Route 1, there's Gravity.
Where's the sign?
Right straight ahead. Route
Oh.
1. End.
Oh.
No, begin.
Oh.
This is the begin.
There they are.
Yeah. There they are.
They want you to drive up.
Yeah.
So you can film
Pull up.
Don't hit him.
And I killed Kyle.
And we're here. Congratulations. And congratulations to you guys, too. Let's come out.
Oh my God. We did it. Give me this. My hand is so clammy.
You killed it.
So clammy. Oh,
I think we all did a great job.
congrats. Yes, congrats to you guys.
Stopping again to charge.
This was as close as it could get.
I mean,
So what's the
We
time?
were talking about
Oh,
9:03 was when they pulled out.
We pulled up
we
to the
got
corner. It
onto
was
the island
9:02.
Right, you gotta be right here.
You gotta be right here.
Oh, you gotta be right here. Okay, because we started at 11:22. I marked it down on my thing, my official starting
My
time.
math isn't so
So
great.
it's 23 hours.
well, that's that. I hope you enjoyed watching the race, and I want to thank my team, Michael and Tom. They were great team members. We did great. We had a completely chill time. We all got along really well, and we made it from Maine to Florida. And you know, I feel like this is a little part of EV history. So if you've watched this far, if you don't mind, like and subscribe. I'm still really trying to grow this channel, and being part of this race actually really helped that. And I can't thank you guys enough for watching. And thank you, Kyle and Scott and Out of Spec, for getting this planned. And I'm so happy to have been a part of it.